and welcome to my channel. If you enjoy this video and the other content here, please consider liking and subscribing. And if you want to be a part of our community, we have a Discord server which will be linked below in the description. But without further ado, sit back, take a deep breath, and relax. And I hope you enjoy the video.
And once more, we have some time to ourselves, my sweet boy. Michael is scouting the area, just outside the armory, and his paladins, as per usual, are maintaining a ludicrous amount of distance from us. It's because I terrify them. But at least that's given us plenty of quality time together. It's been a long couple of weeks, my boy, hasn't it? Now tell me, does a flower crown look better like this? Or like this? Thank you. Who taught you to do all these different things with flowers? And how do you know so much about them? You don't know? What do you mean you taught yourself? You just kind of knew. Huh. I guess it's a talent. So cute, obedient, brave, and talented now, are we? It is strange being back here. I haven't seen this place since the war. It used to be so beautiful. Now look at it. Barely any life here anymore. To think I grew up here, ascended here, waged the greatest war in all of history here. It was so long ago, it almost feels like an entirely different lifetime. I can't wait to get out of here. I just want this all over with, so I can be with you. What was that? Oh, no. I doubt we'll see any divines here. Most left to the other realms in the world after the war. Actually, the custodian, they remained behind after the war, absolutely refused to leave the temple. If they're still alive, which I really hope they aren't, we might actually run into them, which will make this endeavor infinitely more irritating. The custodian has been around since the first founding of the divines. They were the one who discovered the altar. The rest of the temple was built around it. They were the first of our race to ascend, and thusly was responsible for performing the ritual for all the others who wished to do the same. Good question, my boy. They were the divine ascendant of insight. Not a type of magic like Michael and I. To become a divine ascendant of a new form of magic was incredibly rare, actually. But anyway, I can only hope we don't run into them. I find them insufferable. Always such a know-it-all, and so judgmental as well. Ugh. But you had to respect them, because they were the first of us. Just because you discovered a magic altar doesn't mean you get to be a pain in the ass. Actually, if the last 1,000 years haven't killed them, I think I might just finish the job. You're so full of questions today, huh, my boy? I think I might just have to keep you quiet. Still got more questions? Or are you going to be a good boy and keep kissing me? Good boy. I'll answer your questions in a bit. You're such a gorgeous boy. And you're all mine. I love you. It's been nice spending my nights by a fire with you. I love spending my time with you. After this is all dealt with, we should find somewhere to go. Just the two of us. What about the Amber Mountains I told you about? There'd be no one there to bother us. No Michael. No paladins. No demons. Nobody trying to kill us. Hopefully. We can plan something later. I believe we are in the middle of something. You're so damn cute. You know, Shadowhaunter isn't the only thing I came here for. My old set of armor is in the armory too. It is even more impressive than my ceremonial armor, and also far more practical. It is a beautiful thing. I look amazing in it. But then again, in your eyes, I look amazing in anything, don't I? Brother. Michael, you're back. So, are we clear?
Your bleak guard are here. They've set up camp not too far from the temple. I'm surprised they didn't try to kill me on sight.
Well, I did tell them you would be with me. It was tempting not to, though. Fine. I'll head over there and make sure they're ready to secure the temple with us. I'll be back.
Samael, just a quick question. Is that a flower crown on your head? Did you make it for him? Oh, that's wonderful. It's really well crafted. Actually, it reminds me of the ones the Divine of Nature used to make. Great job.
I was just letting him try them on me. I didn't ask for it.
Are you sure? I remember you always used to love when the War Maidens of Gerania would do it for you back in the old days.
No, I didn't. You must be mistaken.
No, I remember quite distinctly. After every battle, you'd go straight to them, drink some honeymead, and let them braid flowers into your hair. I would have joined you myself if I didn't have all the logistics to handle.
I hate you, Michael. I'm going to the Bleak Guard now. The boy has questions. Answer them.
Love you too, brother. I haven't been able to tease him like that in so long. I missed it. Anyway, how are you doing? Mind making me one of those flower crowns? Oh, you already had one ready. Why, thank you. Wow, you are seriously good at these. So, my brother said you had questions. Ask away, my friend.
My men are already on the way to the armory. I'll answer your questions whilst I escort you there. So, ask away. So, Samael has been telling you about the custodian, has he? Why, yes. They were in charge of performing the ritual of ascension for the possible candidates. They were also responsible for choosing the candidates, because you have to be of good nature and strong will to survive the ritual and ascend. If the altar decides you are not, you die. We never found out why the altar does this, but after a while, we stopped looking for answers. It became ingrained in our culture. We'd hold ceremonies and parties for those who succeeded. Heavens, I remember the one for my brothers and I. Never had a night like that again. It was amazing. But I'm getting off track. The experience of the ritual is hard to describe, really. It's like reliving your whole life in a matter of minutes and seeing 1,000 possible futures all at the same time, all mixed together. It's overwhelming, but all of a sudden, there's calm in the storm, and soon your eyes open to your body renewed and with new gifts. Oh, then there's the runes. Did Samael tell you about them? Of course not. He was never one for the details. When a divine survives the ritual and ascends, the custodian reads out the runes that appear on the altar. They form a little poem, I guess. Again, we have no idea how or why the altar does this, but it became tradition to read out and record these in our historical documents. And for some reason, a divine ascendant never forgets their own runes. It's like it's burnt into our memories. What was mine? Well, despair is the enemy of progress, yet none of that does this one possess. A chest that beats with a righteous heart. He stands tall, for he knows his part. To protect, to defend, to sacrifice it all. For anything worthy, no matter how small. A paragon of valor, a bastion for the lost. He will keep them safe, no matter the cost. Bask in warmth, for the sun shines bright. You are safe now, with the divine of light. In case you can't tell, it's the runes that tell us what we are the divines of, once the ritual is complete. I always thought they were a little cheesy, but I am literally incapable of forgetting mine, so gotta deal with it. Do you want to know something else? I remember his too, but by choice this time. Why do people always fear the shadows? They will not harm you, a fact everybody knows. Yet, in the corner of your mind, your deepest fears begin to unwind. But this is not the fault of the shadows. They exist because they must. They are a part of the world that you must learn to trust. For the shadows have a master, one ever so kind, that he puts to rest the fears of your mind. Smiles and joy in your heart he will spark, despite his title as Divine of the Dark. Yeah, my brother used to be so kind, so sweet. This whole Dark Prince thing, it's the darker aspects of his personality brought to the forefront, and his best traits twisted. I'm not surprised. I'd probably be the same after 1,000 years of ruling that place. And well, what I did. He used to look up to me, Said I was his role model, that he wished he was as admirable as I was. We used to be so close. We would have died for each other. I'd still die for him, but I don't think he'd return the favor anymore. No, please. You can ask me whatever you like. Yeah. I suppose you deserve to know. In the war, our fallen brother, Zazriel, he created a weapon. A device. It was massive, the size of a building. It was called the decimation engine. He was taking people and sacrificing them to it, building its power until it was able to tear a rift in reality, allowing demons to enter this world freely and overwhelm everything. Normally, demons need continuous sacrifice or some form of power source to feed upon in order to remain in this world. They are unnatural, and this very world fights their presence. Just goes to show how unnatural and impure they are. In the last battle of the war, we took the fight right to the weapon itself. One final chance to end it all. We succeeded. Samael and I fought our brother. I dealt the final blow myself. Samael went to reinforce a breached flank quickly, planning to rendezvous with me soon after, whilst I pushed on with my honor guard to the decimation engine. I went to disable it, but no weapon could destroy it. But Zazriel, in his sick and twisted ways, had created one final thing. A way to disable the weapon. I had to do it, or otherwise the weapon would fire. Except there was one problem. This way to disable the weapon needed to sacrifice itself. I had to choose between the lives of my men and my own life. Obviously, you know which I chose. I was supposed to protect people, to give my life for anyone worthy. And my men were certainly worthy. And yet I killed them. I killed them to save myself. When Samael saw, once he figured out what I had done, he hated me, called me a hypocrite, said I was meant to protect, to save people, that I was the hero of all the realms, and yet when the time came, I wouldn't even give my life to save good, honourable men that would have died for me, or anyone else, for that matter. And he was right. He thought that, well, if the person he looked up to, his older brother, was selfish, could kill someone, no matter how good they were, why couldn't he too? The Obsidian Cascade used to be ruled by King Arvian. He was the hardest of all the realm's rulers to convince to join the alliance. He had caused trouble every step of the way. Samael hated him, but he hid it well, for diplomacy's sake. Then after the war, after he saw what I did, he went to the Obsidian Cascade, stormed the palace single-handedly, and slew the king, and took the Obsidian Cascade for himself, and just like his predecessor, ruled it with an iron fist. Partially because it's quite necessary in that realm. There are plenty of people who would happily kill you just to get an extra bit of power. And the other part was because he was deliberately giving in to his darkest aspects. Sadism, cruelty, vengeance, greed. But then, most people are like that in the Obsidian Cascade, aren't they? Take the Baron that tried killing you, for example. Definitely not the most honourable gentleman, that's for sure. I don't exactly blame my brother for wanting to kill him. Part of me wishes I had managed to catch him. Shame he got away, though. But we'll find him eventually. I realize the reason he's like this is my fault. I know how much he used to look up to me. Our father, he wasn't the best. Let's just say that. I was basically the father figure for Samael and Zazriel. I helped our mother raise them. Of course he looked up to me. In his eyes, I saved him from our father and always looked after him. But that's the problem with putting someone on a pedestal. One day, they're going to fall. I'm just happy he's still alive and relatively safe. And he has you. That's good. You're good for him. I can tell. Look after my little brother, okay? He's all I have left. Thank you. Sorry. Any other questions, my friend? Our father... Our father is a long story, and I feel as if I've gotten a little too emotional already. Perhaps another time, but I would like to answer any other questions you've got. I promise I will answer them. What was Azrael like? Oh, he was quiet. Intelligent, though. Someone needed to balance out Samael's loud himbo energy. No. Zazriel kept to himself. Kind of closed off, really. It was hard to get him to open up about things. I guess he found it hard to trust people after what our father did. But he was kind. Sweet. In his own way. He showed his love in the little ways. I always made sure to notice them, so he knew that I understood how much he cared about us. I don't know what happened to him after he ascended. I don't know what made him the thing he became. I couldn't save him. I was his big brother. I was meant to keep him safe. Instead, I killed him. Heavens above, I'm sorry. I really can't seem to keep it together, can I? Do you mind if we move on from the questions? I'm sorry, but I clearly can't keep my emotions in check. I apologize. Would you like more of the pain-relieving draught? Your wound must still be bothering you. You're fine. Oh. Please feel free to say no if you're uncomfortable, but could I take a look? Thank you. I shall be as quick as possible, and also, please don't tell Samael I did this. I think he tried to kill me for doing this, even if it is for your own health. So possessive sometimes. Your wound is fine. Wow. You healed very quickly. Even for someone who is receiving the attention of a healer. Impressive. Normally a mortal like you would be dealing with that for many more weeks. Guess you got lucky, my friend. Well, no need for the draught then. You're perfectly fine. Let's carry on, shall we? We're close to the armory. You can see Samael and his bleak guard over there. Damn, I was not expecting this place to be in such good condition. You'd think most of it would have fallen into disrepair by now. Guess not. You see that giant circular door there? That is the door to the armory. Men, secure the perimeter, and await the arrival of the Dark Prince and the Bleak Guard. I shall open the door. Stay here, just in case anything goes wrong. I don't want you getting hurt. See you in a bit. Recognize me. I am the divine ascendant of light. Well, that's a good sign. Paladins, protect the boy. When Samael gets here, tell him I'm in the armory.
What in the divine's name are you doing here? Get out of my temple complex. Who even are you? Oh, no, you're paladins, aren't you? Who sent you?
Identify yourself. Hands in the air. Drop any and all weapons.
I am approaching you at a snail's pace with nothing but a walking stick. Do I look like much of a threat to you, you mortal imbecile? Now, who sent you?
We're on a mission with High Paladin Michael. Did you just call me a mortal?
Oh, it's Michael. Oh no. If he is here, then nothing good can be going on. I'm assuming he's in the armory, considering the door is open. Why has he come back for his weapons now? What is going on?
Custodian?
Oh. When you're thousands of years old and the survivor of the greatest war in all history, you're entitled to think that you might just get some peace and quiet. But here you are, Samael.
Hello again, Custodian. Why have you got a walking stick? You don't age. You know what? I don't care. Trust me when I say I wouldn't be here if it wasn't necessary. Something serious has happened.
Apparently serious enough that you aren't trying to murder your brother.
Michael is your brother?
Silence, mortal! Can't you see the superior beings are having a chat? Make them go away, Samael.
I am aware that I don't command you, Paladin, but I would ask that you vacate the immediate area. Not because I want to keep the custodian happy, but more to save your own sanity. But we have orders to protect the boy. Then secure the outer walls of the temple complex. The boy shall remain in my sight at all times. Your men have fought me plenty of times, Paladin. You know I can hold my own. You know what? I don't understand half the shit that's going on here anyway. Move to the outer walls, Paladins. You too, Lieutenant. Keep your distance from the Paladins.
Now, you don't look like someone who's going to irritate me. What's your name? It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm the custodian of this temple complex. You probably know that already, though, don't you? You seem like a lovely boy. Is that a flower crown on your head? How wonderful. What a creative little soul you are.
Michael and I need to speak with you.
Shut up, Samael. I'm talking to this handsome boy here.
Ah, custodian. Hello. Looking good, brother. I'm going to get my armor and Shadow Haunter now. Good luck.
Gonna need it. I presume I have you to thank for keeping my armor and weapons in such excellent condition, custodian. Indeed you do, Michael. I'm surprised it still fits you. You look like you've put on weight. I do? Oh, get a grip, Michael. Your ever-the-edgelord brother has said something serious has happened. What is it?
It's the demons, custodian. They've returned. They're being led by an individual or group, and currently known only as the Benefactor. There are major incursions in almost every realm, apart from the Dread Oases, of which we have heard nothing from.
Well, I suppose that is a decent reason to return here. Certainly explains why you want your armor and weapons back. How well have the incursions been dealt with?
They are being dealt with adequately. But, custodian, I fear that this has been planned. I do not know their intentions, but I think we have a war on our hands, custodian.
Well, Michael, you know that as the divine of insight, I can tell when somebody is lying, and I can see the genuine fear in what you say, Michael. So, demons have really returned. And you are going to stop them?
I have to try.
You always were determined. I know I'm harsh on you, Michael, but if this is as bad as you and Samael think, then you are both the best hope we've got. But never tell your brother I said that.
Thank you, custodian. It has been difficult to get Samael on my side again. Our relationship is still strenuous.
1,000 years, and you still do not tell him the truth. Seriously, Michael?
Please, custodian, not in the presence of the boy.
You haven't even told his partner the truth?
How did you know?
Oh, please, Michael. I don't need to be the divine of insight to see the way Samael looks at him. And I can't blame him. You have such a sweet smile, young man. I can tell you're the reason Samael has been far more cooperative than he has been in the past millennia. Your lovely personality must be bringing his own back out from all the edgy, I will kill you nonsense. How long have you two been together? Ah, not too long then. And you've already made a world of difference. Ah, you handsome young man. I can see why Samael has fallen head over heels for you. Now, speaking of, here he comes.
So, how do I look? It's been a damn long time since I've seen you wielding Shadow Haunter, brother. How does it feel? Exactly like it used to.
Now that you boys have your toys back, come with me. We shall discuss this demon situation further, whilst I get this lovely boy a cup of herbal tea.
What about us?
Ugh. Fine. I guess I'll make you two a cup as well.
And what about our men? May they enter the altar site?
By the heavens! Fine. Your men can make camp at the altar site.
Oh, I had already signaled my men.
Oh, you are such pains, both of you.
I didn't signal my men. Yes, I did.
Shut up, Michael. So, my dear boy, apart from the fact that Samael is no doubt being his usual possessive self, did you perhaps come here to undergo the ritual of ascension? It's quite literally been a millennia since someone has ascended.
Custodian, the ritual kills anyone that isn't a divine.
I am aware of that, Samael. Why are you telling me this?
Because he is human.
Samael, please. I know that humans look practically identical to us on the outside, but I've been alive long enough to notice the minute differences. What do you take me for? An idiot?
Custodian, I believe that even the boy knows he is human.
Exactly. And if he was divine, he would remember the war in heaven. No divine has been born since the war. We all agreed that our race should die out for our mistakes.
What are you on about? I know a divine when I see one. Oh, sweetie, would you please correct these buffoons who like to call themselves divine? What? You're not lying, but you're divine, and you think you're human. What is going on?
He is not divine.
Custodian, perhaps you are mistaken. No, wait. Maybe you're not. Your wound. You healed incredibly quickly for a human. But exactly as expected for a divine.
Exactly. I know you may think you're a human, my dear, and I'm not exactly sure as to why that is. But you are one of us. You are a divine.
Hey there, thank you for watching this video. But just before it ends, I'd like to take this chance to thank all my disciples of Jesus Christ, patrons. If you'd also like to support me, you can check the links below. But until the next time, take care of yourself, have a good day or night, and I'll see you in the next video.